Hello and welcome to another Gemini Rogues video. This is the Tier 6 Nelson. This is a British battleship from the 20s, I believe.
Yep.
Killers 05.
Built in 1920s.
That mine
and it's
ship
an
knowledge.
incredibly strange looking ship when you first see one. It just doesn't look aesthetically pleasing on the eye.
This was built to fit the rules at the time.
Yeah.
Whatever that convention
Naval
was.
agreement.
Yeah, that thing.
I think the Washington one, wasn't it?
Yes.
So let's have a look. Three choices: secondaries, aiming systems, or main battery mod 2.
What do you go with?
I went with aiming systems.
I did try these. Look, in stock, installed. I tried them.
You settled with this one?
Yeah, because those two didn't really do anything for me. I used the secondaries as a brawler, but I looked at the stats of the Scharnhorst and a few other German ships, and they distance the secondary, so I took it off. It's a waste of time.
I mean, I didn't go for that one. I mean, you'll see why traverse of the turrets is not that important when you play this ship.
It was +5 on the reload.
It's just a big
+5.
For me, it was just a big no-no. It's pointless. It's a front-facing, all the turrets are on the front, so you never need to turn them from side to side. So normally you're pointing whatever you're shooting at. So traverse speeds are just not important.
So you get 20% on your secondaries, but it's still not enough.
Yeah, it's still pointless.
Still not enough.
Yeah.
It's not pointless, it's just not enough.
Not as compared to what you get from the aiming mod. I'd much rather the dispersion reduced than mess around with the secondaries.
True. Yeah, I agree.
It's just not that important, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Damage control, that's always a good one to go for me on this. That's what I went for. Normally I go for a propulsion, especially in a battleship. Get me going, but you went for that.
Tried it.
Steering, it's a battleship.
It's true.
It's not really going to be that much. You're not going to notice that much. Propulsion is an option if you're that way inclined, but for me, I went with the damage control.
Yeah, no, I did tweak it. I did swap it and had a few games with damage instead of propulsion. I quite like your idea of a sudden stop.
Yeah.
If you see an island,
it.
Just go into it, just ram
it's
it.
It's a lot quicker. It's a bit of a trait, I think, of the British battleships, the Queen Elizabeth and so on. They're just very slow at stopping.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just a British thing, but to me they just really have
look at the choice on this, man.
I went with this one.
Yeah, I debated in wasting like 2 million coin on this. Or was it free?
I mean, that torpedo visibility range is a must. If you're struggling for silver, I really would recommend you use your credits on this, because it's a big old bus. She's hard to turn. She's hard to manoeuvre around. But
46% on that.
46%. It's nearly 100. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, you
it's
do
not very often.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's not very often that you know. So I mean, you think you've got more than one shell in, so chances are that somewhere along them lines.
How did you get your reload down? I couldn't get my reload below
I think
30.
it was just commanders.
Oh, okay.
Commanders on there. The AP rounds, I dabbled with this. I even tweaked my commander to make AP more. I mean, we'll have to mention these quickly because that repair patch is immense.
Yeah, it's
absolutely immense.
It's due to excuse me. Due to construction of the ship. It's built in modules, so technically it could lose its front end and still float.
Yeah, and it does. It'll recover like 2/3 easily, comfortably.
So the patches hopefully reflect that. That's why they restore.
You'll see in the game I've tweaked my commander on this as well, and I've got an extra repair patch. So I've got 3. So again, and when you see how good they are, it's like going into a game with double hit points.
I think you're using a different commander to me.
Yeah.
I'm using the battleship. What's his name?
Well, that was a funny thing with it also when I put my commander in it. Well, I'll tell that story in a minute. We'll look at the stats first. 59,000 hit points, and the armour up to 406.
Yeah,
it's nothing OP.
No.
It does the job.
It's got 19% reduction in torpedo damage. I've used that.
Yeah, it comes in handy. Drawbacks.
Okay.
We're just starting to see it here now. The firing range here, 17.6.
Yeah, but why are you whinging about it not being far? 17.6.
It's not that.
It's not.
It can't be that.
Yours shows. I've looked at the video, and yours shows up about 13.
14.6 is what my fire range is. I don't know why it says 17.6 in there, because I cannot fire 17.6 colours.
I've noticed.
And I've got no reduction in fire range. I've not got anything on there that reduces it.
Yeah.
I'm not having a quick reload or anything like that. Mine is substantially less
weird,
than that.
isn't it? Yeah, he's quite good.
I mean, is yours about 14.6 when you play it, or is it just me?
It's just you. I did actually scope it, and mine is around 17, 18.
I don't know what's going off with mine then. I'd have to have a look, see if I clicked a perk I weren't supposed to at some point.
But your reload's like 26 seconds. I can't get mine below 30.
it changes the way I play it as well. I mean, look at that detective ability. It's a battleship. I don't even know why they have a concealment rating for a battleship, because as soon as you fire your guns, you're spotted from wherever you are.
You're spotted anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really know what's
point. Fire, awesome. Look, it's the same as whatever.
Yeah. So we'll look at it. Big guns, they are big. It's sometimes an issue. I mean, the big guns, you can Citadel cruisers with HE rounds, so that's how good.
Yeah, well, it does say on there, look, high caliber. Oh, it's gone, it's too late.
It just mentions the repair patch as well, plus size. So look at it, it's just a weird. You don't. Am I reversing? Am I going forward? The first time you play it and it loads in, you're like, what's going off here?
Yeah.
But you soon get used to it, and it plays very similar to the Jean-Bart and the Dunkirk, where you keep your front facing.
Have you lost the turret yet?
No, I haven't.
I haven't lost the turret yet. It's weird, isn't it?
It must be better than that. So I kind of try and put it in a position where I can cover a flank, which is quite handy where I've got that island you can see to my right hand side there, and just face on everything. I've got 2 guns pointing them with the face on, and it doesn't look like you need much to angle the third, but you do. You have to show quite a lot of side to get that third gun in action. So,
and look how high it stands out of the water. That is like a citadel waiting to happen.
You really can't show your sides, and that's the same. That's why I say it's very much like playing the French battleships. Yeah, very similar playstyle for me. But you can see, look at my gun range. What? You can see here.
Well,
whatever perk I've managed to get on there.
It's 80.
Yeah. Whatever perk I've managed to pick on there has reduced my gun range substantially to a dangerous level for my liking. I mean, I'm having to get. Fusos can fire across a fair distance to start with, and I struggle with them.
You do know Sharnurst and Tirpitz seconds can go about 8-9 kilometres.
Yeah, I'm aware, and they do. So let's have a look at what these rounds are like. You can see that.
There you go, 12. He's on the edge. Look at that.
Yeah,
12 kilometres.
I say it's about 14.6.
There's something wrong with it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It
just don't go that far, and one of the biggest drawbacks of the ship, when you look at it, you're on fire. If you hit something with these HE rounds, they set him fire.
I know, it's very good.
I mean, we will use AP in this game, so you will see it in its infamousy. But for me, it's pretty good. I do like the style of a battleship firing HE, because if you've got destroyers or cruisers turning up,
you don't need to switch.
Yeah, you don't need to switch, so you're straight on with it.
Yeah. Are we going to start saying where you don't trust the Sharnurst B player?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Keep an eye on him. Pain in my
okay. It's not a stereotypical one.
No.
No.
So you see, this is the way I have to play this ship, and it's probably just me. It's probably the way I've set it up, but I wasn't aware I'd changed anything that reduced the firing range.
You might not have done.
I'm having to get up close and personal, which sometimes it's not too much of a problem in this game, but up close and personal puts me in destroyer territory.
Yeah.
I have to push more forward than you see the rest of the battleships on my team and the enemy team.
Yeah.
I'm more engaged.
Yeah.
Which makes me a little bit more vulnerable to side fire, because I'm further up the map, flanking shots.
I know, but your dispersion's a lot better because you're closer.
Yeah. So it's pros and cons.
Yeah.
It is pros and cons.
I like this. It's Atlanta player.
Yeah,
he's just below my style. This is just below my style. Very similar to my style, but I'm not as gung-ho at going side on.
Yeah, it's quite brave for him.
Yeah, he took his shots, didn't he? Look.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So I know at this point I'm hoping this repair patch just lasts long enough.
Yeah.
Just lasts long enough. I think it's 15 seconds it runs for.
Yeah, that is actually like 5 seconds.
And I'm thinking,
longer.
no, it's just run out. If they'd only let me set they'll fire, then I'd have been burning for a fair bit. But they didn't. I got lucky.
The average is about 10 seconds.
Yeah, and here's that Fuso. So now I've got a compromise.
Yeah, go on then. Sorry.
I've offered my side to this Fuso. I'm not offering it. It's just happened. And I've got that Atlanta B to that side. So I'm open. Yeah, and he's looking at me just per usual.
Yeah.
So we've switched now. We're on the AP. Let's see what AP rounds can do. And Atlanta's started up on me as well. So this is the kind of situation what playing up close and personal can get you in a lot of trouble.
But if you turn quick enough, you can use that island for cover.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to and ahhing which way to go at this point. I'm thinking, am I going to be fast enough to get around there and face up to that Atlanta? Do I want to get face on up to that Atlanta, or can I try and get that island, cover my left hand flank, and still pick shots at this Fuso? So you saw there that the AP rounds, they didn't do a lot.
You just fired them again, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're missing, you?
No,
they're still going.
They're all hitting, but they're just, about 4,000 damage there
from
that volley.
Weak, aren't they?
And it's going, traverse, they're not bad.
Yeah, to say like you just fired at him and now you turn.
There's my secondaries are starting up.
Yeah. awesome seconds.
Two. It's two.
Not bad. They're not bad for well, they are pretty close actually.
Nice, it's on fire again. But look at that, we've got 5 seconds left, so we'll get that out pretty quick.
You should do it.
I was thinking, is we're going to get them? We'll just get them off in time. I'm not even worried. We're killing him. So we switch focus now. He gets a few last more shots in. Put the fire out. Get his repair patches. But we've got 2 left. Like I said, the commander perk allowed us to 3. Now this is the beauty of having 2 guns frontally mounted. I ain't got to show any side at all to use 2 guns.
Yeah.
So that Fuso still siders onto me. I've switched back to HE. I've already given up on the AP.
Okay.
And it's this point I noticed that he's well ablaze. So I'll get rid of these HE runs. There's no point switching halfway through a reload. And then we'll try again. And we'll switch down to that AP and try and get him a little bit lower. The Fuso is tricky because it sits quite low in the water.
26 seconds, sorry, I just looked at yours.
So I've sacrificed range for reload time.
Yeah.
So I've lined myself up for a brawling style of play for this ship.
But I'll just say the Fuso isn't renowned for its side-on armour.
No.
At all.
And you've seen I've fired a couple of volleys with the AP. He's well ablaze, isn't he?
He is, he's going for it. He knows he's spent his cheese, to be fair.
So I'm just going to leave it a bit, get it as low as possible, see where we can get them to land. And you can see there, we've just got the 3rd gun in action.
Dispersion. That's nice dispersion.
So we've got to sit it up. 64,000 damage, sit it up. We're going to hit that rock.
What do you think about dispersion? Because sometimes it's a miss, isn't it?
It's to be fair, it's one of them where it's more miss when you need it to be hit.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just one of them things, it just happens. It is what it is.
Yeah.
To be fair, it normally behaves itself to the point you need it not to, and then that's when it stabs you back.
That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So what's your plan now?
I'm going to try and square on up again.
With your Nelson.
That Sharnhurst is up near that top. You can just see him on the edge of my firing range, just going around Baccarin Island.
Yeah.
I mean, the ship in front of us is opening up on him, but that. I can't remember what else is there. There's another. I think it's another Nelson. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's up here, and we're just going to have a right old tussle now. We're going to have a right old repair patch,
frenzy.
Yeah, medipack, everything. Just optimum usage.
So you've got both come in. You can use them ready.
Yeah.
Very good timing. I like that timing.
At this point, I just want you to watch the damage we've got.
Okay. Ooh.
So we're on 64,000 damage.
Okay, 64 now.
And the only thing we're going to shoot at now is this Nelson.
Okay.
So this is going to give you a more clearer picture and idea of the hit points you can retrieve when you're in a Nelson.
Okay, so you started on 64.
64, and we're opening up on him. He's nearly full.
Base is, let's say 60. Base is 60. So technically 125-ish, he should be dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to see how much punishment it can take. So again, he's playing it how he should. He's not offering me no sides at all. No. And this is a little bit of a perk of it's just I'm not even bothered with AP, not for a face on.
A little bit of
it's a little bit of a perk of the Nelson. You can see how much angle you've got to put on.
Yeah, it's too much. Way too much.
It plays to its strengths, and its strengths play to it. So being straight on, I know that sounds weird. To be straight on, to get you most of your guns on, then you armouring it itself. So it's armed by the way you need to fire your guns, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
You can see why it slips into the French battleship style of
It's
play.
very similar to Jean Bart playing it.
Yeah.
Virtually the same, to be fair.
And you can see on here now, I mean, we've not got it on this game, but you do HE cruisers regularly.
Yeah.
If you side on cruiser, tier 7 even, you still sit down and in from side with nice the HE rounds, which is not normally a trait. Normally you relying on AP to get them for you. Whereas you can get them with HE, which is fantastic. He's burning well.
So what's you thinking now?
I'm
push up or back up?
I'm backing up now at this point. It's another perk of being head on.
Yeah.
It's very misleading. You can't always tell when the ship's going backwards or he's sat still because you can't see the wake from the water behind him.
Can't see the smoke either.
Yeah, so it helps itself. And this is all I'm doing here now, is just trying to vary my speed, vary my angles, so the leader shot a little bit left, and you'll see later on it pays off. I mean, he's just trying to get that 3rd gun on me now, as you can see at this point.
Yeah, Sharnhurst didn't bother though, is he? Look at that. He's out of range. No, he's in range.
He's just in range, but I've got bigger fish to fry at this point.
Bigger problems, don't you?
I know what Sharnhurst like with gun dispersion. I'm just hoping to distance myself as far as I can. And this is all revolves around now is when to use your repair patch, when to use your repair kit.
Yeah, because you're like 30 seconds birding, man.
Yeah.
But you can pull it back. You've got your 10 seconds till you can repair.
And we've got 2 of them opening up with me now, right? So I'm just trying to, you can see me varying speed, varied angles, just trying to throw shots off best I can. There's that dispersion.
Just lets you down when you want it. Thing is, I've not noticed any shots coming from any of your teammates.
No, the ants.
Which are next to you.
Yeah, I don't quite. I think they're fighting a destroyer at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Thingy, but
they're not bothered.
I seem to think the other guy's like right next to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Don't know. He must obviously he's firing in the opposite direction. He's not bothered about the Sharnus and Nelson raping you.
So we're just trying at this point. I'm just trying to keep him on fire. That's basically it. But you can see, look at the hit points now. What we've done damage.
Yeah, he should be almost gone now. So he should be almost gone.
Yeah, we've done 65, and look at his health. It's not even got to half.
No.
we've took 60,000 hit points off him.
Yeah.
And we've barely got him to half health.
It keeps you on the battlefield longer, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, it's a little bit of an easy target for destroyers. If I'm running a destroyer and I saw Nelson, I'd be semi-worried in a way, because I know he's going to have HE rounds loading. I know them HE rounds are going to be potent, but I'd also be thinking, he's going to be nice, fresh meat. If I can get up close and personal, there's no way he's avoiding these.
The thing is, you've got to finish him, otherwise he's back in the game quite quickly, because they restore quite quickly as well, don't they?
So we've got a Witherer. It just shows there we've got a Witherer.
You've got a Witherer?
And he's still alive.
He's still got like a quarter of his hit points, and you've won a Witherer already.
And we're down to 8,000 self now. I mean, to be fair, it's not been a fair fight. It's 2-on-1. And you can see that his teammates haven't even really put a shot in him.
The problem is, you've got the Sharnus that's hitting you. And he's hitting you.
I mean, I don't understand what the teammates are doing at this point. The other battleship, there's 3 on the team. 2 are Maria shooting me. The other one is where we were last spotted, and we never see him for the rest of the game, so they're not fighting that guy. And they're still not. I don't really know what they're doing.
It's a shame you didn't take the Sharnus down and disregard the Nelson, because the Nelson's is like he's like you're constantly hitting him when he's constantly coming back.
Yeah.
And you're not taking his guns off the battlefield. No. You should have went for the. Yeah, you should have went for the Sharnus.
I just got it repaired in time, so 745. I thought at this point that's it. I'm gone.
You're gone.
I'm gone.
You're gone.
I'm gone. And
look at that.
Nice. Yeah, and I'm thinking, I've got you now. And there's your teammates. They do turn up, but like you said, the Sharnus are still knocking about. So look at that. We never fired at the Sharnus. We had 64,000 when we turned up. 90,000 hit points later, we were just finishing off that. No, somebody finished off the Nelson.
Yeah, someone blistered.
So you're talking, he had 90,000 hit points to play with it.
Yeah, it's good.
So you can see how potent them repair patches are.
Very, very good. Very useful for the op that's running at the Mo.
To absorb HP.
Yeah.
Or lose it, should I say.
Lose HP points. That's awesome. So
but you can see the fire. Out. It's just fire. You hit something with a volley. It's on fire.
He's on fire, yeah.
There's no two ways. Destroyers, cruisers, whatever you hit, they're going to burn.
So your HE is a pro.
Yeah.
So what other pros you got for your Nelson?
The repair patches are just immense.
Oh, okay. So you got HE, repair patches.
Yeah.
I think the repair, what do you call that? The repair, it's just the repair, and 15 seconds it goes for. Average about 10.
Yeah.
So 15 seconds is very good. So that's 3 good pros.
The gun placement as well, which allows you to stay face on, which reduces the damage you take in the first place. I wouldn't say it's unvulnerable itself to HE. We saw that with that Nelson.
Oh no, it burns well.
And
it does
I've
burn
been set on fire by numerous things, so it does burn quite easily.
It's probably got one on deck.
So if I were stacking it out, it depends which style you want to play. I seem to have set it up for a brawling stance.
Yeah.
Without subconsciously doing it. It worked for me. But if you want to do it at distance, I could see it working. He's probably easier that way, to be fair.
So what's your cons then? What were cons? What's conning?
The movement wise, that's one. Stopping.
Manoeuvrability.
You're very vulnerable to destroyers.
And propulsion doesn't make much difference.
Not at all.
Have you noticed it's only 50% increase in forward speed? It's not, because the other propulsion ones, are they not reverse and forward? I'm sure.
It's just acceleration, I think.
Yeah, it's just acceleration, isn't it?
Well, it's the one little semi-thing I liked about it is how far you can shoot back behind yourself.
Behind yourself. Oh, yeah, with the guns reversing.
Yeah, the turrets do turn so far back.
Yeah, very good.
It's pretty good.
Very nice.
But as a general rule, I do like a ship that's got 2 guns that you can point at.
Oh, I like a good gun.
Yeah.
What about AA? Have you shot any planes down?
I can't say I've ever shot one down.
You've not shot a plane down?
Not noticed it being potent in any way.
Okay.
Spotted easily by him, but...
You don't see them dropping around you like flies? No. Okay. So what other cons is there? Manoeuvrability.
The secondaries are pretty poor.
Yeah, quite short.
We did have that clip, didn't we, where we were literally next to a battleship, and we'd gone for the ram and we'd dodged it and we just skidded around the side of him and we had 2 secondary hits.
Yeah, that's true.
2. Yeah, we were touching.
Yeah.
And then we sailed away with his back putting to him, and in the space of a minute we got 2 hits. So the secondaries are not to be relied on.
I think they panicked.
Yeah, when we only got 3 in that game, I know we weren't really up close to burst, but we got 2 and we were on top of the battleship. Yeah. Literally on top of it. So that's another weakness, I think, of this ship.
So secondaries.
I think, like I say, a Shawners could have a field day with one of these.
Yeah.
You set him on fire, you're not going to citadel and put big holes in him, and then he's just going to get up close and personal, torp you, and AA secondaries are just going to rip through you, and you're going to have no retaliation.
I agree with that. Anyway, Killers 05. Let's call that Nelson. Thank you very much for your Nelson knowledge, Killers 05, and later.